Breaking overnight, a 19-year-old man is dead after being shot in Calumet County this morning. What we know about this developing story and the steps police are taking to find out what happened.
More than 200,000 people are without power as Hurricane Harvey hammers the Gulf Coast. Heavy rain is causing water in the Texas bayou to rise as fears of catastrophic flooding loom over the day ahead. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, North Korea launches more missiles into the Sea of Japan. What experts are saying about the latest launch and whether or not it threatens the U.S. or its allies.
From WBAY-TV, coverage you can count on. Action 2 News this morning starts now.
We begin this morning with breaking news out of Brown County, where a police officer is fighting for his life after being hit by a suspected drunk driver. Thanks for those of you just joining us this hour. We want to bring you up to speed on exactly what happened. Ashwaubenon Public Safety tells us last night around 11:30, one of its officers was on I-41 near the Oneida Street exit. He was responding to a report of a car on fire. And we're following up on yesterday's deadly high-rise fire in Hawaii, which left 3 people dead. We first brought you the story yesterday on Action 2 News this morning. Now we're getting a first look inside the high-rise.
Steve, thanks. 2 key Republican senators are accusing President Trump of undermining American values and the country's standing around the world. One of them, Arizona Senator Jeff Flake, has announced he won't seek re-election because of the president. Our Jordan Betts is following this story in the newsroom. Jordan, why is Senator Flake speaking out?
Well, Catherine, Senator Flake says that he rejects the behavior of their Republican president.
An Appleton man arrested for putting cameras allegedly inside the Target store at Fox River Mall. 28-year-old Andrew Person is in jail this morning and has been charged with 10 felonies.
Kristen Allen's live in Grand Chute this morning. Kristen, we're here in the Outagamie County Sheriff's Department asking the public for help with their case.
Good morning. That's right. In fact, they want anyone who remembers using the dressing room here at the Fox River Mall Target store to give them a call. We have that information, how you can reach them on our website, WBAY.com. Reporting live in Grand Chute, Kristen Allen, Action 2 News.
Kristen, do we know how many victims could be out there?
Well, at this point, we don't have an exact number right now, according to investigators, but they are still going through and collecting the gathering evidence that they got from Person's home. But
crews are expected to remove a seaplane this morning that flipped over on Lake Winnebago while trying to take off last night.
We first brought you this breaking news on Action 2 News at 10 last night. 2 people who were on board are in critical condition this morning. The plane was taking off near the seaplane base, which is being used for EAA AirVenture. The base is about 7 miles southeast of Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh.
And that's where Kristen Allen is live right now to tell us more about what happened.
good morning. The plane is about a mile offshore behind me here on Lake Winnebago, though
we're expecting to learn more today about the 2 men who died in a plane crash in Sheboygan County. In the meantime, we know more this morning about the plane itself.
Take a look at this. What you're seeing is about $100,000 of damage after a car launches into this Wauwatosa home. And there's pictures from both the outside, and then look at this inside the home. Shows just how fast that car had to be moving when it hit the front of the house, and the driver walked away unhurt.
The accelerator got stuck. He jumped out and the car went.
Oshkosh police arrest a 31-year-old man for robbing a Quick Trip. Police say a white man went into the 20th Avenue store early yesterday morning around 1. He demanded money and ran off. Police found him less than a mile away on Cimarron Court, where he tried to run off again.
With the holiday season over, this is what's left behind. At Brown County's recycling facility, empty bottles and cans are pouring in from those holiday parties, along with tons of cardboard. Facility managers say this is one of their busiest times of year. Welcome back to Action 2 News this morning. So, yeah, it's 4 below. We all know it is really, really cold, but some people are still enjoying themselves outside.
Yeah, in Milwaukee, a running group is still going strong even in these freezing temps.
It's not as bad as it was last week, so that actually isn't too terrible.
It's almost warm.
Yeah, it's almost warm. Members of the Milwaukee running group hit the trails near Lake Michigan all year round. Look at that, they're waving at us. The group says gearing up for a wind chill of 7 below isn't the worst they've faced, and the trick is all about layering.
Thank you, Tammy. And I'm still sitting here at this desk, which means I didn't win last night's Powerball drawing, unfortunately, but it's okay. Neither did anybody else.
All right, World Series opens tonight. Look at the crowd gathering at Chicago bars this morning. Yes. Right here. That is a walking wall of ivy. among all the hara-kiri.
With temperatures expected to go up a little bit this week, families in Green Bay are now able to ice skate at city parks. The rinks at the parks you see listed on your screen are now open for the season. Welcome back. Here's a look at the stories making headlines this morning. 2 overnight earthquakes are detected inside North Korea near a nuclear test site. The country says they've conducted their 6th nuclear tests at the order of leader Kim Jong-un.
In Iraq, ISIS fighters set fire to a sulfur factory as they ran away from advancing Iraqi forces. We want to show you this as the Iraqi military closes in on the city of Mosul, the last major ISIS stronghold in Iraq.
Following a number of overnight headlines around the world this morning, starting in Portugal, where 8 people are dead and dozens more hurt after a wood-burning stove explodes in a home. Officials say a local residents association was hosting a card game tournament when the fire began in the 2-story building. Some of the survivors are in critical condition. Overnight in Iraq, 8 people are dead and 10 more hurt when a suicide bomb goes off in Baghdad. The attack targeted a police checkpoint on a busy street and caught a number of officers in the blast. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack as of this morning. More accusations of sexual misconduct come to light, this time against 2 well-known photographers. A New York Times investigation points the finger at Bruce Weber, who rose in fame with his racy Calvin Klein and Abercrombie & Fitch ads, and Mario Testino, who has worked with Vogue magazine and the British royal family. Nearly 30 men have come forward, from models and former assistants, all saying Weber and Testino made unwanted sexual advances to them, often during photo shoots. Both men deny the claims.
After the break, we're following the latest on President Donald Trump's directive to the Pentagon, where he plans to make good on his Twitter promise of banning transgender troops from joining the U.S. military. But first,
he is someone that has constantly believed that he is above the law.
Former Arizona County Sheriff Joe Arpaio is pardoned by the president. How he and the community are reacting to the order.
5:42 on a weather-aware Friday. Steve's up with your forecast after the break, and then
we've also seen what we call the Amazon effect, cardboard.
Well, it's piling up, and how Brown County is handling this, all the extra recycling left over from the holiday season. Stay with us.